So, welcome back to MainStation. Today I will be going over again one trade I did on Bitcoin. I actually entered it overnight, set in with a stop order and got filled. As you can see, I got filled. Oh wait, if you go to the 1 hour, I believe it was on this candle right here. So at 11 o'clock yesterday, and yeah, since we broke resistance on this candle, yes, just a little bit, we broke it, went down again, and had a push through and follow up all day long. And now we are finding resistance again at around 4,000, a bit under, at 3924. At least that's on Bitstamp. And if you go to the 1 hour chart, you can see that we had a little bit of resistance right here. I thought it would stop here and retrace and then find support again and maybe create a little bull flag, which it didn't yet. But it found resistance at around this level. As you can see, we had here quite a lot of support, which broke, and then it got resistance here or here, as you wish to look at it. We have a cluster of resistance. It's like not really clear which resistance you should look at, which might be support, which might be resistance, since we had a little bit choppy action. And so it's also a possibility that we just get a push through if we have enough volume, but for now I don't think that's going to be the case, since we are a little bit overextended and we have some divergence on the ADX line. So if you want to know what the ADX trend strength is, it's basically a trend following indicator, and I can go to into more depth some other time if you wish to. And I might explain what all this is, although the MACD and RSI might be very familiar to you. Yeah. So, if there's a question like why we found resistance here, and I can answer in some manner. If we go here, if you double this support line on the bottom like this, to duplicate and put it right here, you can see you have to adjust it a little bit. It's not too clear. I give you that, but if you adjust it a little bit, you can see that we just touched it very, very nicely, and now in this downward channel, and I at least expected, since this is the third touch or the fourth touch if you want to count this too, which I wouldn't, but as you wish, that we will retrace, and what I expect to happen. So now we will also include a Fibonacci ratio. Like that. If you do it like this, from top to bottom, and that was not right. You want to do it like that, since the move started here at 0 and ended at 1. So that's how you want to do it. If you go down and if you go up, you make it in the diverse in the other direction, basically. Yeah. So if we extend it a little bit, you can see we had a very nice respect here, and now which I thought would be resistance actually hasn't been, at least for now. I thought we would also, since it lined up with this lower high we had right here, we would find resistance at the 786 retrace line, which we actually did. We broke through, and now we are coming back down again off it. So we have a little bit of cluster of resistance. If you also want to include moving averages, we can also do that. So on the 1 hour we are above every major moving average. If you go to the 4 hour, you can see the 200 4 hour is coming down. If we go to the 1 day, you can see we just are finding resistance at the 12 or at the 26 day moving average, and are above the 12. So go back to the 1 hour. As said, I entered right here on a stop order, got filled, and since I thought it would get resistance on the 786 line right here, and also on the previous top right here, I exited. Still seems like a very solid, it was a very solid gain. As you can see, my paper trades is just paper trading as always. I mean, I think about 110 or 115. I don't know yet. I don't find it very clear. To look at how much you gained. There it is. Nice. Yeah, you can see. $120, and yeah, I bought 1 Bitcoin, I think, here, yeah, here, and again bought 1 Bitcoin. No, I bought 0.5 Bitcoins back in here. So I just wanted to add to my already winning position, and I did it while sleeping. So as I told you, I exited here since I thought it would get resistance, and it got it right now from this downward trend line. At least it seems like it's getting resistance. So what I think is going to happen in the short term, since in my opinion this bull move, I mean, it's definitely a relief rally from this very drastic 50% downward movement we had since 6,000. I don't know how long it will last, but I definitely think we could see retrace to the 618, which has been very major resistance and support, and is known as one of the most important Fibonacci ratios. So if that was going to happen, we would also break out of this downtrending channel, which downtrending channels are usually bullish. And if we go like, if you see, we had this downward falling wedge, this falling wedge. If you do like the width of this channel, go along, whoops, and take like that, put it down here, you would see it would align with this trend line, and if you like not exactly like that maybe, and if you would ask what this trend line would be or is, then we would have to go back to the 1 day at least, and you would see that it was like the trend line of Bitcoin we had since very back in the day, since 2011 or 2012. 2012. Listen to this chart. You see resistance, broke through it, went above it, found support, and broke below it very clearly. And now what I think would be very interesting for Bitcoin is a retrace to this resistance line, and then maybe you see lower lows to around 1,500. I've heard very much about this level. I think it's very interesting since it aligns with the previous top about, like, I think it will mostly be like between 1,200 and 1,500. Maybe find support right here. And then have like a huge volume candle, a huge wick candle, and see maybe the bottom for Bitcoin for the future. Yeah, but that's more futuristic view, but I think as I told you, this resistance line will be respected, or it would be at least very interesting for it to be respected. It might also line up with a 618, like a little bit, maybe like 2% off. But yeah. So what I think will happen in the short term is that we might see if we do like that we retrace around here, maybe create a little bull flag, or might retrace maybe like this, then back to the top, make a lower high, then make a lower low actually, and come back to around this level right here, which has been resistance. It hasn't been retested yet, so I think it should be retested. Maybe come back like down here, maybe just like that, and go above again, find like a base, or build a little support level, maybe consolidate it for a little bit, and then break through. Yeah. So it might look like this. It will create, if you do it like that, a little bull flag. Maybe it's going to be a little bit higher, and so it would also align with this downward trend line, and then we would create a bull flag with this trend line, find support, retrace down here again, maybe like that. We could also just retrace until here, and maybe just do it like that. Maybe I think we have room for a retrace, so this is a little bit too short for me, at least for now. So we could also see it like that if we don't come back to this level to do this previous high, which would also line with this. So I think it's more probable that we go down here. You can see it also has been support here, down here, and see it happening like that and like that. Then have a bull flag, and then break through, maybe go into the 618. And what's happening then, I don't know yet. Maybe the same scenario, but we could very well see just complete sell-off from this level and panic again, go to our lows, consolidate, and then break below, which this move would be very drastic. So I don't know if this is going to happen. What very much could happen is that we also just find resistance here, maybe also find resistance here, and then what could happen is that we go back here and then create, like if we just draw a big equilibrium, and then since equilibriums, tightening ranges are continuation patterns, we would then see a move lower to 1,500. So in the long term, in the view of a couple of weeks, I think it's very possible and actually likely that we go lower. I would love it to be. I would love to see Bitcoin reach around 1,500, 1,200. Very many people are talking about this level. I don't think it will go lower. Maybe it will. We'll see. But I don't think so. Yeah. So that's my outlook for Bitcoin. I might trade this breakout. So if we have this retrace down here, find a continuation range, a consolidation range, I mean, and see a move back up again. So I might trade the breakout of the lower highs, and if we find a higher high, I may trade that. Although we are already pretty extended on the RSI and on the ATX. On the ATX we have still room to go, since we just reached above 100. So at least on 4 hour. Yeah, that's my outlook for Bitcoin. I hope you trade alongside on paper trade with me on TradingView. Also, you should definitely I have not posted any content on my TradingView channel. I'm very active on it, since you can see right here, but I'm going to post regularly, at least that's my goal. Oh, that's interesting. We have a nice retrace now, actually. Yeah. So hope you trade alongside me and do some nice trading. Have a good time. Happy holidays for all of you who are going to celebrate Christmas, and see you next time. Bye.